It's cold.
It's freezing in here.
Alright, then we'll make it short and sweet and hot. All hits, Q97.1 Danny Salas live from LA Live. It's SummerSlam weekend. We're here with some bona fide WWE divas. We've got Cameron and Naomi.
Yes.
And at this point, I'm not even sure if I should say AKAs anymore. Do people call you by your real names now?
I go by both.
I go by
It doesn't
both,
matter.
yeah.
Really?
I'm used to both.
Okay, cool.
So whatever you prefer.
All right. Well, I don't know. I don't know what I prefer because it's like when you meet somebody for the first time and they're like, "Hey, my name is Nicolette." And then forever you're calling them Nicolette, but then you hear some people calling them Nikki or something, and it's like, I can't call you Nikki. I met you as Nicolette. Just like you, I knew you as Naomi, and I knew you as Cameron. But now with the show, people are like, maybe I know you. Crazy. It's crazy enough to have aliases in the first place, but then to kind of go back to your real names.
I mean, I kind of like it though because it's like, you know, when we step in the ring, this is who Cameron is and that's who Naomi is. That means we mean business. But then, you know, when we're in our personal life and, you know, doing our things, you know, that this is who I am, Ariane, and she's Trinity. So I think it's perfect.
Sorry, I stepped over you. I'm actually glad I get to use my real name now and that I'm being known for that. When I first started, I wanted to use my real name.
Because your real name kind of sounds like a made-up name.
It's
Trinity's
cool. I
actually
love
pretty
my name, and they had a Trinity before, so I couldn't keep my real name.
Yeah, but she didn't really make an impact.
I wasn't around then, so
See, that was before your time, so it doesn't count. As long as you don't have two of the same person working in the company at the same time, right?
I don't know. But people know me by it now, so it's cool.
So now do fans more call you by your in-ring names or by your Total Divas names?
It's weird. Now that the show's, for me, now the show's airing, normally, like, I get people wanting, hey, Naomi, can you sign this or a picture? But now it's like a different wave of fans, like, are coming up to me, like, at the airport sometimes. They're like, hey, Trinity. I'm like, I love the show. And it's cool because it's not just wrestling fans. I'm starting to see that we're getting a whole different fan base, which is amazing.
Yeah, that's crazy. So how do you decide, like, when someone comes up, hey, can I have your autograph? How do you figure out what to sign?
You know what? It's like I'm so used to signing Cameron, and I still actually they take it off the lid, but I still sign Cameron lid. It's like stuck, so it's like I still sign it as Cameron. But I guess it is kind of that's a good question. So I have to think about.
I go by what they call me. Like if they say, hey, Trinity, then okay, I know they watch Total Divas, so I sign that one.
Yeah, that makes sense.
If they're like, hey, Naomi, can I, then they're wrestling
But if
fans.
they just say, hey, autograph, you're like,
And then we'll go.
That's good.
it's gonna take a little longer to write AKAs, but whatever.
Yeah, I think we could put Cameron, aka Ariane, or Ariane, aka Cameron. Hey, that's a good idea.
Well, I'm gonna give you a couple minutes to think about it because after this interview, we'll have you sign these things. So think about it.
I'll do the AKA.
All right, that'll work. So let's talk about the pre-Total Divas Funkadactyls. So before the show, as you took the butt on the E Network, you were put in kind of I would say managerial position, escort. What do you call it with?
Did you say escort?
Not escort.
I was
You
like-
escorted to the ring.
I was like escort.
Escort.
Valet. Boy, bye.
I'm not talking Ashley Madison type stuff. Just escorting him to the ring.
You definitely get a boy bye.
Oh, we did this, man.
Although I will say that nobody in this room would be able to afford it if it were. I'm just saying.
You just
digging deep.
digging
Really?
deeper.
Really?
And that'll hold. You gotta crawl out now.
Let's see what I can do. Or I could just sidestep the subject completely and talk about something totally
All
different.
right, let's get it.
Perfect. So we're teaming up with Brodus, and then they put Tensai into the mix now. And I had a chance to talk to them a few minutes ago, and they said it kind of evens out the chemistry now because now he has another voice of reason as opposed to just having you two ladies. Hey, we're doing this, we're doing that.
Don't let him fool you. Don't let him fool you.
Well, I got only his side of the story. How does that relationship work now?
I mean, we all kind of contribute together. As of now, though, we really haven't been all hot like how we were. I mean, what we pretty much do is dance. So it's coming up with dance routines. That's pretty much the only thing that we put in as far as giving, like, some, I guess, feedback or, ooh, let's try something new, maybe like dance moves. And it's funny because Brodus is probably saying that because at times he can be a little apprehensive to new dance moves. He's like, I think
Like
that
he'll have ideas that you're not really too cool with.
no, we have ideas, and he may be like, and I think that's just more of a thing, like, because he probably doesn't know how, so that's his way of being, instead of saying, I don't know how, it's more like, let's talk about this tomorrow.
Although you are talking about choreography between two petite young ladies wanting a 400-pound dude to do the same thing that you're doing, right?
But but what I do have to admit is before, like, I didn't know how to dance. So if I can learn,
You didn't lie about it, did you?
Huh?
You didn't lie about it like even Reed did.
oh dang, definitely I kept it real. They knew, but in this business you sink or swim. So it's
She
like
worked very hard to get good, and now she's the bomb diggity.
Alright, so were you, Naomi, being kind of the dancer in the group before Cameron?
I have a dance background, and for the longest, for years, I have dance experience and training, and I thought I was going to grow up to be a dancer, which I did for 2 years. I was an Orlando Magic dancer, and then I got into wrestling. So this was the perfect gimmick for me, although I wanted to debut wrestling and kicking butt in the ring.
Right.
I think this was an amazing way for us to debut. It's kept us on the road, it's kept us on TV, and adding 10 side to the group has just added another flavor, another layer, and I think we're the perfect combination.
I think it's cool too because now you do have an opportunity to not just go and do the cool dance routines, but you got the opportunity to do mixed tag team matches and still get to wrestle and show off, right?
It's fun. We get to do it all.
That's cool. I had a question for you too, Cameron, aka Ariane. I mean, the first time WWE fans got a view of you on TV was on Tough Enough.
yes.
And it wasn't exactly the best situation as far as Stone Cold's comments toward you.
No, it wasn't. Not at all.
Tell me how someone like you can bounce back from something like that.
Well, I have gotten a lot of backlash. Like, I still get backlash for the whole Melina versus Alicia. But to me, I'm always kind of working. And having like a business marketing degree, I figure, if I'm going to go with a bang, which sometimes I look at it, not all publicity is good, but at that time I was like, bad publicity is good publicity. They didn't have people talking in the positive way. But if you look where I'm at now and where I started, I've come a long way. I definitely have a passion for the business, and I definitely want to make my name and, really prove, like, I have what it takes, and I love this business to death. Like, I didn't grow up watching it, I keep that 100, but doesn't mean if you didn't come from the background, you can't go to love it and, get to know the history and all that. So I feel like I can be definitely a role model on the show. Like, I was the first one made it, but I'm the last one. I'm the last one standing.
Right?
And
That's what it's all about.
now having the show Total Divas, like, I get to be a role model and show, like, hey, even though you may get like a no, or like, you can make it if you really put forth the effort and really try hard. So I feel like I'm a living example of that. So I'm kind of happy it kind of turned out how it did. I actually saw Cyril last night at the red carpet, and he's like, do you remember what I told you? He's like, I knew you would do good, and it's
Dude,
crazy.
that's gotta feel good.
It's gotta feel good. He like commends me. He's like, I'm so proud of you. Good for you. So I think it's a positive thing. I feel like a negative thing has turned into a positive thing.
Right? And you know what? I'm kind of a believer in that all publicity is good publicity, because at least people were talking about you. At least people know your name. They knew your name from then, and now they know your name. They'll never forget your name, whether it's Cameron or Ariane. They're gonna know your name. Right?
Just to add to that, I think Ariane is where she is because she is a hard worker, and it's not because of what she said or did on Tough Enough. It's because this girl works harder than anybody I know, and this is something she wanted to be successful in, and she said, you know what, regardless of what people are saying about me, I'm going to shut everybody up and prove them wrong, and that's what she did, and you can't hate on that.
And you know what? You look at the size of the roster. Crazy. What? Look at the size of the roster. I mean, if anyone was half-stepping it, half-assing it, they wouldn't be on the roster. Period, right?
Exactly.
I mean, how hard is it to get into a developmental territory for WWE, much less on Raw?
Crazy.
Right?
The numbers are very low. Very.
I think that's just crazy. So I was talking a little bit to Damien Sandow and even to Brodus. because like there seems to be kind of like a youth movement that you're obviously a part of. I mean, the Divas, Talia's been there for a while, Layla's been there for a while, so there's events. But you're not just the new batch of Divas, but you're kind of the new batch of superstars, new batch of talent in the company. Because like I said, like Sandow, like the Shield, it's like these newbies are kind of. I think I use the phrase it's a changing of the guard. You feel in the locker room that that's kind of where WWE is going right now.
I think WWE is always changing and moving with the times and always improving, and I'm just happy to be a part of it and to be in the business at this moment now where it is.
It's a beautiful thing. I have one question for you too, Naomi. Where's your ring? You wearing your ring?
Booyah!
What?
Yeah, I learned my lesson from that. I learned my lesson.
How much backlash did you get on Twitter after that episode aired? Girl, you better be wearing your ring.
It wasn't too bad. I got it. I think people were very understanding of the entire situation. I think it's something that people can relate to. You know what I mean? Like it's hard, but people didn't really go in on me too bad, you know.
All right, well, good. Well, I'm glad to see you rocking.
Yeah.
There won't be no bad feelings.
Some people had sympathy for me, and some people had sympathy for him. So I think it was about equal.
I think that's cool. Well,
I think we both had strong
points, right? Yeah, I can see that. Totally can see your view. Totally can see his view. And it's WWE is a world that people like fans will never understand. You being in it, isn't it like crazy? Like we could try to understand like how it is, but just like we were talking about the whole name thing, two different identities, two personas. You have to be one person sometimes, and with your personal life, obviously, you want to be who you are. That's crazy. But you guys are balancing it pretty well. I mean, just judging from what we see on TV and from what I see from you right now.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's dynamite. So I appreciate your time. We're going to talk about SummerSlam right now real quick because I know you're on limited time. But from the Funkadactyls, from Cameron, from a.k.a. Ariane, let's do some predictions. We'll start with the WWE title match, Cena versus Bryan, who's on Total Divas occasionally. Who do we got?
That is a hard one. I'm actually so happy for Daniel because he's one of those people, for example, underdog. You know, he's not looked at as your typical superstar, but that guy is so freaking talented in the ring, and I'm a fan of both of them. It's so hard to call that one, but I actually. I hope I don't get in trouble for saying this, but
it's all good.
I honestly would love to see Daniel have the title. I feel like he deserves it. He's one of the hardest workers. I mean, gosh, this guy's so dedicated. He used to sleep in his car. He comes from he's always wanted to do this, and I feel like he has what it takes. And I feel like it'd be nice to see him hold the title and see what he can do with it. You know what? We won't ever know unless he has the opportunity to do so.
Right. So. It is. It's like, I'm glad you brought that up, like sleeping in his car. He has like that. I mean, Mick Foley was walking around here doing interviews. He has like that Mick Foley background where he was wrestling in gyms and halls and sleeping in his car and just hustling and going through developmental territories and on the indie scene. Total different story than John Cena. So I think everyone loves an underdog story. Everybody loves a Rocky story.
Exactly.
Right?
So I'm kind of rooting for him. I know that's actually going to be a very good match. You know, I know they have good chemistry, so I think that's going to be a watch. I'm definitely going to be like this.
Yeah, it's going to be cool. So I will say, how about Naomi? How about predictions for probably one of the most physical matches? I think that's going to be SummerSlam, Brock Lesnar versus CM Punk. What do you got? It's going to be tough, right?
May the best man win.
Easy. All right.
May the best man win.
Very political. Very nice. Very right down the middle.
I'm excited and I'm ready to see that match. I mean, Brock is a beast and CM Punk's the man, so I don't know.
The beast versus the best.
And DB and Cena, I'm a huge fan of both. Bryan is the underdog and they're both workaholics, but I think what people forget is that Cena wasn't always where he is now. And he busts his butt to get to where he is also. So I got mad respect for the both of them. And it's like I'm in the middle. Like it sucks because I'm like, I love them both so much. I don't want to see these guys go at it, but I'm like, all right,
then we'll just say
this is gonna be good.
Double DQ.
We're gonna find out. It's better after this. So.
All right, cool.
I'm just waiting to see.
Well, we'll see. This Sunday, live on pay-per-view, it's gonna be dynamite, and I can't wait to see your involvement. Not just this Sunday, but I can't wait. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I watch Total Divas not because she makes me, but
thank you. That's all we want.
Right. Naomi and Cameron, aka Trinity and Ariane. fun. I appreciate the time. Last words for Fresno. What do you got?
We love y'all.
And tune in every Sunday for Total Divas at 10 Yes, I was like, wait, I have to think
We're
about
on West
that.
Coast, baby.
Because yeah, I had to think about that for a second because we are on the West Coast. Yeah, so it would still be.
If it's 10 Eastern, it'll be
9
Pacific.
Central.
Oh God.
This is literally the worst part of this.
That's the worst part. 7. No, but it's 7 if you have HD.
7 in HD.
But yeah, it's different.
Okay, let me plug Total Divas.
We
Make sure
record
you
it
watch
again.
Total Divas on E. Just DVR it, and you will.
There you go. There you
Dynamite.
go.
Exactly. There we go.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the time, ladies.